Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at n8n, which is a powerful workflow automation tool. And in this case, I have a workflow that you see on the screen that transforms how your sales and marketing teams operate. And it's designed to save time, improve accuracy, and deliverable actionable insights based on a little bit of research and connections through using generative AI and LLMs to generate a report as well as scrape and grab publicly available leads from LinkedIn and other places across the internet. So let's take a look at this workflow in real time. I'm going to go ahead and test the workflow so you can see how it works. As you see how it works, and then I'm going to go back as it's working to explain exactly how the nodes all fit together and how I thought about this process. So the first thing I'm going to do, go ahead, I'm going to click the form. And when a sales agent is typically preparing for a call, they need a little bit of information, or they go out and they do a bunch of research on the internet. In this case, we're going to try to streamline that. So I'm going to take a look and say that I have an appointment with Kraft Heinz company here. And what I need is the URL. And if you're not familiar with Kraft Heinz, I've gone ahead and populated the site. Kraft Heinz is the makers of ketchup and other products as well. I'm going to go ahead and copy their URL link because that's one of the requirements for the form itself. And here we go. And then I'm going to ask as an agent, as a sales agent, what would I do or what information would I need to make sure that I go out and do the search? So I'm going to say, I'm preparing for a sales discovery call with company. Help me find the latest news, press, and media releases to uh, be better informed. Okay, let's go ahead and submit that. All right, now you can see that the form was submitted. It's now being sent through the workflow over here. It's using some components. It's using an agent. That agent is speaking to a model, in this case GPT-4o Mini, and it's also searching the internet for the latest information. As it does that, it sends it down to a formatter, which cleans up the data. It's actually, we'll take a look at the prompt in a second. It cleans up the information in Markdown, and then it actually creates a document, and then it updates the document on Google. And then after this first workflow is done, it now goes through to the second workflow, and it loads a Google Sheet which was empty, and then it sends that same cycle. It searches the internet for publicly available information and nicely parses that information to a clean format, and then it sends it to a Google Sheet. So we have all green check marks here. You saw it flow. So let's take a look at the output. So the first thing, let's take a look at the Google Doc. Well, you'll notice here there's a Kraft Heinz report that just got generated. Let's go ahead and open that up. Everything is in Markdown, so a tip, there is a tools and preferences, a little checkbox here called enable Markdown. Make sure that is enabled. Go ahead and cut this and then go ahead and paste from Markdown. Now it's going to give you this error. Just go ahead and cancel and then hit Control V, and you'll notice that everything nicely gets formatted for ease of use and reading. So it says here, latest news and insights for your sales discovery call. Great. It talks about the fourth quarter results from 2024, from 2023, what their sustainability and ESG initiatives are. That's great. It populates references for your use, so you can go ahead and click on a report, for example, a reference for the 23 results. It's going to go ahead to the exact link, and you'll notice that the Kraft Heinz report from Business Wire. So that's an example of what a report would look like for this specific situation. Now we're going to go ahead into the Google Sheets. And in the Google Sheets, all I had here was populated the company name, first name, last name, just the header, the job title, and the LinkedIn profile. And what it did is actually scraped the information from different areas. So you'll notice that it popped up Carlos from Kraft. He's the CEO and from the Kraft Heinz company. And you can see that it actually goes to his LinkedIn profile because it is publicly available. And here again, any others, president and chief, all these links are, valid. And then that's it. It populates everything. So let's take a look in detail at what this workflow actually does. So at the very beginning, as I had said, you just create a little form in n8n. It's native out of the box. You ask for specific fields. In this case, I asked for the company and the URL and a little bit of focus area. That's fed into this agent, and the agent has a system prompt over here, which I'll show you. You are an advanced AI researcher known for delivering precise, well-structured, and insightful reports grounded in deep analysis and verified data. You'd like to use I would like you to use the inputs from the company name and the focus area that was provided by the input. It generates a comprehensive analysis, and then you give it some citation guidelines, etc., and some examples of what that should look like, which is why we got a nice structured report at the end. Now, what that was doing was searching the internet, and I went ahead and used something known as searching. Okay, and it acts like any other search engine. If you type in some keywords, it does find the websites, and what that does is it pipes that back to the LLM, to the agent, and then the LLM will then create the report. And I'm using Open Router here, and as I said, I'm using GPT-4 Mini, but I could use any of the available models to get more accurate, more deep results. If you wanted to use GPT-4 or even Gemini 2.5, you could do that to get more accurate results if you wanted more detail. Then I went ahead and created this little cleaned output. It's just a JavaScript thing. I didn't actually code this myself. I actually asked an LLM separately to code taking this output and making it more structured. And again, this is connected to my Google account to create that information. And down here, once this first workflow is done, I'm providing the second agent which is scraping the LinkedIn results with more context. What I did is I fed it the Google Sheets, which just had the headers, and I have a limiter here. So I don't want, for example, if you have hundreds of leads, I don't want it to read all of the leads. I just want it to read the first row of what you're expecting the output to be. And this guides the assistant a little bit more because I have another system prompt for this where I ask it to be an AI researcher to get company name, first name, last name, job title, and LinkedIn profile. And because I've piped over the sheet, it gives it a little bit more context of what it needs to spit out and output as it searches the internet. And again, I have a search agent, and then I have a structured output parser just to make sure that the content is appropriately presented and can be loaded into Google Sheets. So there we have it. That's the entire workflow here. I know I went kind of quick, so if you do have any questions or you're trying to set this up on your own, feel free to leave comments underneath and I'll get back to you. But until then, I hope this has been useful and you've seen how really the powerful use cases for speeding up for more accuracy and getting the speed to lead for those sales agents might help you within your business. That's all for now. Thank you. Take care.